In this lesson, I'll be going over some formatting HTML elements such as strong or bolding some words or emphasizing, italicizing some words, things like that. But before I go on, I want to kind of point out something from the last lesson, which is the H1, H2, H3 paragraph tags that we kind of looked at briefly. And with H1 tags, H2 tags, H3 tags, there's an order that really should be followed. So if you have an H1 tag up at the top, you really shouldn't have another H1 tag all the way down here at the bottom. Or you shouldn't have an H3 tag before an H1 tag. You really shouldn't do that for semantic reasons on the web. Another important thing is, talking about semantics, is if you're telling the browser, hey, this is a heading, then you really shouldn't put a p tag inside a heading. A lot of times you'll see what's called nested tags, where you can put things inside other tags. So a lot of times bad coders will put things like a p tag inside an H3. That's not good. That's incorrect because you're either telling the browser it's a heading or a paragraph. It has to be one of the two. It can't be both.
Say bad coding, Rick. When you do that, obviously when you put that in there, it didn't change the look of the actual web page.
Mm-hmm.
So will it affect the SEO? How will it really affect the web page when you do bad coding, as you say?
It can affect the SEO, but more importantly, if you're not writing good code, more things can go wrong. It's like a helicopter and an airplane. Airplane, you have an engine, and if it goes wrong, you can glide the airplane. But a helicopter, if anything breaks in a helicopter, you're going down. The more moving parts, the worse it is. And so with HTML, if you're writing bad code, it might not look bad in the browser. You might think it's okay, but if you're doing something incorrect, like putting a p tag inside a h tag, which basically you're trying to tell the browser what is what, later down the road it might cause you big issues. So that's why it's important to write proper code, correct code, right from the get-go. So let me go jump into this text formatting here. And there's two different tags that I want to show you. One's called strong tag. Another one's called the EM, or emphasis tag. And they do exactly what you might think. This makes things bold, and this makes things emphasized. Now you might say, well, I've seen tags like this, B and I. Well, these are old tags, very deprecated. They're not considered good practice anymore. You might see older websites or older templates using them, but it's not proper. Remember I talked about semantics, and when we talk about semantics, we're saying we want to define what is in this document. We're always trying to define for the user, for the browser, for Google, what the information is on our page. And a B tag doesn't mean anything, but a strong tag does. It's more semantic. So let me go ahead and make this beginning title here, this beginning part of the paragraph, I'm going to make it bold. So I'm going to open up this tag by typing in strong, and I'm going to end it right here. Right there. So you notice over here in my web preview, now this is bold. So let me do an emphasis here. I'm going to go ahead and hit EM, and I'm going to go to the end here, and I'm going to close that out. So now you notice here, there's a little bit of an emphasis right there. And so that's basically it. With strong and EM, it's different from a P tag because here you can be doing this anywhere. You can put strong inside of here. I can put emphasis inside an H3 tag. You notice 3 is now emphasized because I said so. That's because this isn't an element, and we'll get into inline and block elements later, but this isn't an element that defines something on a larger level in a document. H1 is a big deal in a browser. A paragraph is a big deal. But you can make things bold inside a paragraph. You can make things emphasized in an H3 or a paragraph. So just keep that in mind.